Welcome. I'm Meredith. This is the Oasis Spiritual Empowerment Tarot, all about tarot, oracle, and empowering you. And tonight, I want to do a VR for the Only 10 Mass Market Decks tag. Now, this was started by Rose Honey Ritual and Garden Goddess Tarot, and I'll link their original videos in the description. But I want to do a special call out to Robyn of Robyn's Reflections. And her video is actually the first one I saw with this tag. And I'm linking her video as well. And definitely check it out because she is a brand new channel. I mean brand new. And she is super fabulous. She has the best energy and the best laugh. I mean, truly, maybe not quite as wonderful as that baby belly laugh, but it's a close second. So, but her channel's fabulous. So definitely go show her some love and check it out. So, before we begin, I should admit I am going to cheat. So, the idea behind this is, only 10 decks, period. I'm going to do only 10 tarot mass market decks, and I will follow up with an only 10 mass market oracle, because there's just no way. There's no way if I combined them. So we're going to do them separately. And one of the things about this tag is you get 2 freebies for those standard decks, like an RWS deck, which I don't have. I guess the closest would be Pixie's Whisper. So it's got some of Pixie's artwork, but it's still not quite there. And it's not mass market, so that doesn't count. But I do have my Thoth deck, and this is one that I could, it's never going anywhere. This is the very first deck that I ever had. It's been with me for decades, and it's never going anywhere. This is the only deck I used for myself for a really long time. And originally it was the only deck I used for others, and now I never use it for others. But it's just, this to me is, if there's ever any confusion, if I really need clarity, this is the deck that I turn to. I use this deck for kind of spiritual work for myself. And this is like a decider deck. If I get what I feel like is mixed signals about something from another deck, this one always gives it very, very clearly. Yeah, so I don't use this deck every day anymore, but I always come back to it. And yeah, I wouldn't. It's never going anywhere. So, and it's held up really well. I think it's held up really well. I tend to take good care of my decks, even though I riffle shuffle. But can't say the same for the box. I gotta find a nice bag for it. It's so weird. It used to, years ago, I kept it wrapped in silk and all this, and then I had a bag for it, and now it's just, yeah, it needs a nice bag. But I gotta find like the perfect bag. Okay. Then the other one is Tarot de Maria Celia by, and well, of course, the Thoth is by Aleister Crowley. And Leda Frida Harris. I am so dry today. I'm sorry. But this one is by Leonard Jim Narciso, who, by the way, has a Kickstarter still going on right now. Definitely check it out. I did post about it in the community tab. And he's got at least 4 decks, really, that you can that you could get from that Kickstarter. I think it's more. I think it's, I don't remember, it's a good bit. But I love this deck. Now, it's not, I mean, it's a Marseille deck. It's got its own wonderful spin. I love the art so much. I love the colors. I love the size. I love this deck. It's so fabulous. And it reads beautifully. It's just a delight to work with. And I love the art. I love the art. I love the colors. And it's a fabulous deck. And comes in a tin. So, I mean, you can't beat that. So, yeah. So, these are my 2 gimmies. Look at that. So pretty. Yeah, I love this. I love his art. Eventually, I will get all of his decks. Because they're wonderful. And they're very different. Very different. Which is amazing. You know, a lot of times artists have like one style and that's it. And that's wonderful. But he's so diverse. It's lovely. Okay. So, the first of the non-gimmies. So, these are, the first of my 10. Probably won't be a big shock if you've been with me for a while. And this is the Druid Craft Tarot. It's just a lovely deck. This is a deck I use a lot to read for others. Although, honestly, I haven't been using it lately. But maybe I have an event Friday night. I might bring it. Got a lot of reverse. It's wonderful. This is one that, I most often give people at least a few choices of decks when I read for them. This one gets picked probably more than any other. So it's a huge favorite. I don't use this for myself as much, but sometimes. This is a great deck to take if you like to go camping or hiking. It just feels right to be outside with it. Very easy reader. And I think that's part of why I like to use it with clients is it just, the meanings just pop right out, very, very clear and lovely and very, very comfortable, I think, for most people. There's nothing offensive. It's just a really nice deck, So, this one's not going anywhere. So the next deck, okay, actually, I wasn't going to pick this deck. And it's in a tin, and I thought I was grabbing the Gregory Scott Tarot, which is another one I just adore, and it's another one that's great with clients. But instead, I grabbed Deviant Moon. And it felt right, so I'm sticking with it. This is a fabulous deck. I haven't worked with this one in a little while. And Hamilton, please. And because it just kind of popped out, I spent a little time with it, and I really enjoyed it. I kind of want to bring this to Friday, but I don't know. I could bring it and kind of feel people out. It's a beautiful deck. I've talked before. I tend to go into the cards a lot. This is a beautiful world, but it's not a comfortable one. It's kind of like Crazy World to me. So this deck I don't slip into so much. It's kind of like I get right up to the edge, take a good look around, and then I'm out. But part of what that means is that meanings come very quickly to me with this deck. Whereas other decks, I think, have the potential to really draw me in. It draws in my interest, but it doesn't draw me in. I hope that makes sense. I love that eye. Yeah, but it's a great deck. I mean, it's just beautiful. And again, I haven't worked with it in a long time until today. And I think it's time. So definitely this deck thinks it's time. So that's one of my 10. Now the next deck is one that and that of course was by Patrick Valenza. I'm sorry, some of these I just feel like they're givens. I don't mean to omit the creators. Hamilton. Okay, so this one is Tarot de Luz, and it's by Ader Sareba. I don't know. But I love this deck. This is a deck that's so funny. I got it ages ago, and it just kind of sat. I'm sure I definitely flipped through it. I probably used it. Look at those backs. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what is going on tonight. So I filmed a video right before this, and I got to listen to it. I haven't done it yet, but I'm sure there was this growl, and it was not my dog. And it's got to be on the video. I'm going to be so mad if it didn't come out. But it must have been my cat, but I've never heard my cat make that sound. And then just now, there's like crazy noises outside. So I don't know what's, guys. One of those nights. And it's all foggy and spooky, too. But anyway, sorry. So anyway, it's that. And then when I did my tarot collection videos, I really thought that this was going to end up moving on. And then I looked through it, and I was like, why haven't I been using this deck? I love this deck so much. Ever since then, it's just been a favorite. It's just, it's what I love. The art style is so charming. The colors are fabulous. And it's just wonderful. It reads beautifully. This is just a great, great deck. And it's a nice, easy portable size. I mean, they're all portable, but, it's just so easy to just pop in my purse or even in a pocket. And it's so kind of whimsical and charming and kind of funny. And I love it. I really love this deck. And it's just so funny because, again, it sat for a really long time, which is crazy to me. But I think I just got so many decks at that time, and it just kind of got lost in the shuffle. So I'm really glad that I didn't just, get rid of it without looking through it. Because I love it. I really do. I mean, look at this. It's fabulous. So, yeah. So, this is definitely one of my 10 mass markets to keep. Alright. Now, the next one. This one, I love this deck, right? So, I want to make that clear. And it is the Sufi Tarot by Aida Hussein. This is just an incredible deck. I don't feel the need to use it for myself on like a daily basis. Look at these backs, though. Oh, exquisite. But when I do feel called to it, it's just... But this is I think primarily, I would say, for clients. But I do use it for myself. This is a deck that just... It's an uplifting deck. You know, I don't really want to call it a happy deck because that doesn't feel quite right. But it's this is like a hug deck to me. It's so beautiful, and it's so well done, and I love it. I really love it. And you know, you don't have to use something every day to appreciate it and love it. But I mean, look at that. That is so fabulous. And it's a bigger, you know, this is like an oracle size. But I love it. So I don't use this on Zoom. You know, so if I do like a Zoom reading, unless somebody requests it, it is kind of big for that. But for in person, absolutely. And I feel like this is a really good deck to use when somebody's in, you know, kind of dark place. It can just sort of help lift them up. And, just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And, yeah, I love this deck. So, yeah, definitely one of my 10. Now the next deck is fairly new to my collection, but I've been working with it a lot because I am going to be doing like a deep dive of it very soon. And this is the Global Fusion Intuitive Tarot, and it's written and illustrated by Wayne Rodney. And this deck, first of all, look at these backs. They are so hypnotic and fabulous. I love them. I gotta edge them. So they really deserve nice edging. But, so yeah, so it's a pretty new deck to me and to the world. It's a new deck. I love. But I have been using it a lot, and it's fabulous. It's really fabulous. So I'm really excited to do the deep dive, and definitely by the weekend, I'll have that done. But I wanted to give, you know, myself a decent amount of time with the deck. It's unlike anything I have, and it's so, there's so much thought that went into this deck. There's so much depth. It's just really fabulous. Now I've just been using this for myself. I don't know if I don't feel called to use it for anyone else right now, but you know, that could change. But I really enjoy it for me. And it's very, you know, I tend to shy away from kind of modern stuff in my decks. There may be, you know, some decks that have a little here or there, but overall, I tend not to like it. But it doesn't faze me in this deck. Look at that. Oh. It's just, it's really a wonderful deck. yeah. So if you're interested in this, keep an eye out. Look at that. Keep an eye out because I will have that video coming very, very soon. I think today's Wednesday. So at the latest, I will upload it by Saturday. So it just kind of depends on my schedule. And I don't want to rush it. But love this deck. Okay. So now we're up to that was 5. That was 5 decks already, so we're halfway there. I do have one honorable mention at the end, though. Okay. So the next one I have to Shadowscapes Tarot. I feel like everybody in the world has seen this deck, and almost everybody has it. But I love it. Gotta include it. And this is by Stephanie Pumanlaw. Now, I have the larger edition that I think it's the Czech edition. I was so excited to get it, and I love that it's larger so we can see this incredibly detailed artwork better. I never use it. I'm so bonded to this deck. You know, I have trimmed it and edged it, and I've used this for so long now. I don't know. I just don't reach for the other one. Maybe I will. But I haven't. But just look at it. It's so beautiful. And this is a world that sucks me right in, and I'm happy to go. I love the imagery. I love the colors of this stuff. You can see got a lot of reversals going on. The colors are just so wonderful. Love the foxes. I love this deck. Look at that. It's wonderful. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave this out, and you'll see why. But the next deck is Phantasma Tarot by Paulina Fey. Now, I have her other decks, and I could have very happily picked one of those as well, because they're all fabulous. But this one is so much larger, which makes me happy. So I can see so much more of the art. So that's basically why I picked this one. It's just, look at that. It's so softly beautiful and quirky. And this again is another world that sucks me in, and I'm happy to go. It's very interesting, and there's so much, and definitely the same is true with Shadowscapes. There's so much to kind of dig into, to latch onto for my intuition. Look at that. It's fabulous. It's really, really fabulous. And yeah, so it's one of my 10. Now, let's appreciate just for a moment how fabulous these look together. Right? I mean, the color type is certainly way different, but they both have that really interesting, otherworldly kind of Fey vibe. And I don't know, I just feel like they go really, really well together. Oh, look at that. So, now, I'm going to set these just to the side because we're going to see a pattern. And this wasn't on purpose. It's just something I noticed as I was gathering these up together. So next, we have Heavenly Bloom Tarot. And this is by Noah Akita. This deck, I love so much. First of all, I am so here for these beautiful edges. I'm just saying. Back is nice. It's a little bit washed out for my taste, but it's okay. But the cards are wonderful. I love this art style. And this deck, there's this whole world that was created, and it's so interesting and lovely. And again, this is a world that I want to visit. And I just enjoy this. This is one that I've really been keeping to myself. I think that I originally planned to use it with clients. I just kind of like it for me, at least for now. You know, things can change. I love that. Oh. You know, it's very anime kind of style, which I love. But it's just so unique and beautiful. And I love the way with the minors we have everything. We have the, you know, the implements in that background. And sometimes they stand out. Sometimes they kind of blend in, right? But they're there and they're fabulous. So, really, really love this deck. And just to kind of build on, again, this is just something I noticed as I was, you know, gathering all these decks up. These kind of look really nice together, too. And I haven't combined these before, but I'm going to now. And again, very kind of Fey, sort of otherworld. I love this so much. It reminds me of Black Butler every time. But it's just so lovely. Okay. So now, we're going to continue setting these aside because the pattern continues, at least to me. I mean, you may not, you know, you may not agree, and that's absolutely fine. But another kind of classic deck. Maybe it's like a new classic. Not super new. It's the Tarot of the Shea, and this is by Emily Carding, I think. I'm pretty sure. Just a fabulous deck. Now I did trim it on the sides and I edged it. Kind of want to trim the top and bottom, but this is a fabulous deck. There's something so primal about this deck. Obviously, you know, very Fey, very otherworldly, and beautiful. I mean, really, really beautiful. And it's another one that just sucks me right in. And I think that the funny thing about this art style to me is if I were to just go somewhere and like see this painting, I don't know that it would appeal to me. You know, it's just my personal, thing. But there's something about this art style in this deck that I love. I really love it. So, and as much as I didn't want to, pull the decks that I feel like everybody would pull and pick for this and decks that I've picked before for this, I have to, because it's the truth, It's just a fabulous deck. And, well, I'm going to wait, because this is my 10th deck already. So see, we're moving right along. So this 10th deck was such a surprise. Now this is another one that I have not had long. But it's so funny. This is the Fairy Tarot. It's by Natalie Hertz. This is an older deck. It's been around for a long time. I never saw it. I went on to US Games to buy one deck. I ended up buying like 6. So there, I have my last deck haul shows this. And it's when I got the Global Fusion Intuitive Tarot too. But I got this on a whim. I just saw it. I'm like, oh, it's kind of cute, and wasn't a lot of money. I was like, I'll just get it. Really wasn't expecting a whole lot. I love this deck so much. I can't even get over it. And I love when it works out that way. I look at the colors. It's such a nice deck. I love the size. It's not quite a square, but it's close. There's those noises again. Anyway, we're going to ignore them. Love. I just said we were going to ignore them. Love this. I mean, look at that. I am just really in love with this deck. I've been spending a lot of time with it, even though, again, it is a recent acquisition. But check this out. First of all, with the Tarot of the Shea. Isn't that fabulous? And this is how I've been working with it. I've been using the 2 decks together. Very, very happily. They just feel so great together. And where this deck, to me, is a little heavier, maybe a little more kind of stern. I don't know if that makes sense. This one, what is flying around? This one is a little warmer, and I just feel like the energies complement each other really nicely, and I love the art together. It's very different art styles, but I think the colors, the vibrancy and everything help kind of bridge. And I love these together. I really, really do. And what I noticed as I was getting these decks together, we have a very strong faith thing going on. And all of these decks, to me, I'm not going to be able to fit them all, but they all feel really nice together. Just kind of interesting. It wasn't purposeful by any means, but it just, I don't know, I really like them all together. So I may do like a huge face spread type of thing and use all of them. That'd be fabulous. I do love big spreads. And then also too with this one. Just so nice together. Yeah. So, yes, I have a couple decks in here that really surprised me as far as how much I love them. Like, I really love them. Which is wonderful. I love that. Now, I do have one more deck to show, and that is my honorable mention deck. And the reason it's honorable mention is because it's another very new acquisition, and this one I haven't really worked with much. So I can't really say for sure, but I feel like it should be included. It's so interesting. So this is the Medieval Mischief Tarot. Oh, I gotta take a drink. I'm sorry. My mouth is so dry. It's by Ricardo Gil Ferrero. And this is such a unique deck. I love that we get the little extra. These are the bags. This might be nice with those other decks too. I'll have to check. But it needs some color. This deck I am gonna work on coloring. Haven't gotten there yet. But aside from that, it's so unique. I love the size. You know, it's a nice little hand-sized deck. And I love the art. I love the art. This is such a unique deck. And I think it's going to be fabulous. But again, I haven't really spent the time with it yet. But I will get there. And look at that. How fabulous. Yeah, I love the eyes on the, you know me, I love eyes everywhere. Everywhere. I just want eyes all over the place. I've got another. But it's such an interesting deck. And I really love it. I need some color. The deck for me needs color. And we have like teensy bits, right? But that's not quite enough for me. So I am gonna play with this card and see what medium will work best with it. And hopefully not smear. And then I'll get to coloring. I'm not a big, coloring type of person. But I want color added. This is such a neat deck. It's just a neat deck. Wow. So yeah. So I can't say 100% that it's, like my top 10, but I feel like it's gonna be there. So I think that is it. So we have Medieval Mischief as that honorable mention. We have Thoth and Tarot de Maria Celia as the good standards who don't count against my numbers. The Sufi Tarot, Global Fusion Intuitive Tarot, and we do have that deep dive coming. Tarot de Luz, Deviant Moon, Phantasma, Heavenly Bloom, Shadowscapes, and we are out of space, and then Fairy Tarot, which I can't recommend enough. Seriously, it's so inexpensive and it's just so precious. Did I miss anybody? Oh my god, and Tarot of the Shea. So, let me know what you think. Are any of these decks that you would pick? If not, what would you pick? What would your top 10 mass market decks be? What are those decks that are mass market that if you could only keep those if you were, downsizing or running out of the house and you had to grab 10 and only 10 to keep, what would they be? So, until next time, just be wonderful to yourself. Be really, really wonderful because you deserve the best. Only the best. All the best, and that is my wish for you.